The place where the king sits is your heart, my beloved, is your heart. While the king is at his table, while Jesus Christ is dwelling in the core of my heart. Sorry, before I go any further, is it cold? It's a bit cold. While the king is sitting at his table, i.e., sitting in my heart, meaning I've allowed him to rule over my life. Because you see, the nature of the king, he owns everything. The difference between the king and a president or a prime minister is the following. Presidents, prime ministers, we vote them in and we vote them out. We vote them in and we vote them out. The president or the prime minister does not own the White House, does not own that office, does not own nothing. Just like the way they came in, the way will go out, a time will come, they will go out as well. But you see, the king, whether you vote for that king or you don't, whether you love the king or you don't, whether you agree with the king or not, the king owns everything. He is never voted out. Why? Because whatever you own at birth, no one takes it away from you. The king is born a king, and whatever you owned at birth, it will never be able to be taken away from you forever. Jesus Christ is born the king, and that's why he owns everything, whether we like it or not. But the first coming, the Lord gave us the chance, the opportunity to choose him. But in the second coming, even those who went against him will bow forcefully, because he is the king. He owns, he rules, he reigns, he governs. But in his first coming, he says, if you let me in and you allow me to be the king over your life, then your heart is my ultimate place to sit and have my rest. Now, why the heart? Because the Lord Jesus, as the king, says, I wish to rule over your life based on love. And the heart is to do with love. I wish to rule over your life based on love. And when it comes to love, there is nothing done in love by force. Everything has to be done with agreement, with respect, and with freedom of choice. You are not forced to love me. You choose to love me freely. And when you choose to love me freely, you will do things that make me happy also freely. You see, love comes naturally. When you love someone, you don't think about it anymore. You just do it. You miss them? Do you go to your shopping list and say, did I message my sweetheart? No, you don't. You just message them without even realizing you've just messaged them. You pick up the phone naturally. You wake up from sleep, the first thing comes to your mind before your eyes is the one you love. You straight away you pick up the phone and say, honey, I love you, I miss you. This night took me away from you. I slept in, and I'm so sorry that I've slept in extra couple of hours. How are you, my love? I miss you, my love. And then after marriage, you change your mind, my love. Anyway, so while the king is at his table, while the king is sitting comfortably in your heart, ruling over you with love. As we say, love is the supreme ethic. And love is, and freedom is indispensable to love. Wherever there is true love, there has to be freedom associated with it. Reason being, it is impossible to live this love. It is impossible to taste this love. It is impossible to share this love unless you are free. Without freedom, love cannot be expressed. Love cannot be lived. Love cannot be shared. Love can never be tasted. Freedom is indispensable, cannot be separated from love. And since there is freedom, there is choices. I choose to love or not to love. Therefore, love is a choice. It is not mandatory. Even when it comes to God, you need to choose to love Him freely. God, who has the ultimate authority to rule over us, but He will never do it with force, because the moment He uses force, it is no longer love. It is a dictatorship, someone ruling, a tyrant ruling over our life.